Yeah. Peace to the kings and queens, to the haters and the supporters. It's your boy, D. Fitch. I'm the CEO and the founder of Natural Leaders Media, which is a full service production agency located in Atlanta, Georgia, USA. Coming from you live from Natural Leaders Media Studios in my garage. You know what I'm saying? The wall behind you is inspired by my life events, where I'm from, New Jersey. Where is it at? New Jersey to Georgia. You know what I'm saying? And we here. You see the 770, 2025, and all of that. But yeah, man, today we're going to get into a bit of a spiritual slash mental aspect of entrepreneurship. And that's patience. Yeah, I said it. Patience. Active patience. Today we're going to break down the difference between waiting and working while waiting. You know, um, real talk, man. Entrepreneurship is very, very, very misunderstood. This grind is turbulent, to say the least. It's not. It's sexy from the outside looking in, but when you're in here and you're in on it, it's just, man, it's just tough, man. It's not it will break you. You understand? It will definitely break you. Make sure my camera, yeah, we still good. It can and will break you. All right. If you're not careful, if you don't have the right mental balance, uh it will definitely break you down to size, man. Um, so yeah, we're gonna get into the misunderstood grind of patience and the misunderstood grind. Why most entrepreneurs confuse patience with procrastination. That's a big caveat. Like that's the one I battle with every single day. Is that you know, am I contemplating or am I procrastinating? And is my contemplation on things, is it positive? Is it moving the needle forward for me mentally? Because there is that such thing where you can be strategizing and you know contemplating, strategizing, etc., and moving the needle forward with visualization. But if you're moping and contemplating and hoping that things are going to happen and seeds are going to come to harvest while you're lying in your bed, ah, that's debatable to what type of fruit that can yield for you. Um, and let's address this feeling. I'm doing the work, but nothing's happening. So to all you guys and girls, men and women who believe in God, believe in the universe, you answer that question. Is something happening? I'm doing the work, but nothing's happening. Is that true or false? Leave it in the comments, right? What's your answer to that? So my answer to that is yes, something's happening, but it's not happening at the pace that you may desire. You know, in 2025, we want it right now. You know what I'm saying? It's not I put in 8 hours of work. I want that check. I want that money at the end of the day. If you don't got my money, you know what I'm saying? You want that bread, you want that fruit at the end of the day. And then sometimes it just doesn't work like that, man. Um, so you have to keep on keeping on, man. You have to believe in the higher power that You put the request in for what you want. You're putting in work. You can look in the mirror, look in your eyes, and you say, yes, how did I do today? I put in 100% work. All right, cool. Nothing moved. No deposits, no agreement signed, nothing on that fashion has come to play. So how do you still feel like something happened? Yes, it has happened because the key thing has to happen, and that's here, right? It's in this dome. I got a big one. You know what I'm saying? I got a big dome, you know what I'm saying? But it's in the dome that where we have to, when I say we, more than likely I'm talking about me. Uh we have to believe and know certainty that is going to come to fruition for you. You know, God, Allah has never ever failed me, never failed my mom, you know, and that was my example growing up. That woman prayed ceaselessly. And yeah, there was never a point where she came to me and was like, oh, I'm so disappointed in God. He didn't come through for me. Like she never said that. Never ever, you know, in all her years of living. Rest in peace, mom. Love you. You know, she never said that. You know, and that is my anchor of how I move, man. You know. So yeah, one thing we have to do, we have to redefine patience, right? There's a couple things. This is a mindset shift. So let's get into a mindset here. Passive patience versus sitting back and hoping for results. And you got active patience, right? Active patience can be posting, cold calling, planning, learning. Even when momentum is not available, we could always be doing something to uh, uh, infuse different knowledge into our brains to make our outset or what we desire to be the outcome, what we the desired outcome to be what we want. We have to read about these things. We have to visualize these things. We cannot. The one trap is, like I said, contemplation and just rolling around in the mud in your own thoughts. You know what I'm saying? That's where it gets dangerous because doubt seeps in. Shaitan, man. That's what Shaitan is up in there, bro. Like he gonna come in there and be like, nah, I don't think you could do it, bro. Look, look on Instagram. Everybody else doing it. You ain't doing it. Why are you not doing nothing? Look at you. You're laying right here. You da 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 da. You know what I mean? Like that negative self-talk, in my opinion, is shaitan. And one tip I'll give: anytime a negative thought creeps into my head, I always say, "Kill Satan's whispers. Kill Satan's whispers." I don't want it to get up into the universe to be able to affect the result of what I truly desire. You know what I'm saying? So patience without motion is just simply stalling your greatness. You know what I'm saying? So we can't do that. Success does not respond to panic. It responds to persistence. Success does not respond to panic. It responds to persistence. You know what I mean? These are things that, you know, you got to be able to be persistent. You know, you got to be able to be persistent, man. So here's some things to do while you're actively waiting and being patient, right? One, revisit your pipeline. You know, you've sold deals before, with closed deals, sold products. People use your services. Those people, that pipeline, you have a pipeline of folk. Reach out to them people. Who needs to follow up? If they don't need your services right now, ask them, hey, do you know anybody that does? Can anybody you know use video production to help promote their brand, their business, give them more visibility and what they're trying to do. Repackage an old offer or product. That's easy. You know what I mean? So look at your product. Do evaluation on your product. Do an audit on your website. Go to your, look at your stuff, man. And come out of yourself and be the client, be the customer. Would you buy that? You know what I mean? What's wrong with it? Fine, fault find. We tend to do this with other people. We'll fault find and judge other people quickly. But internally, how well do you judge yourself? How well are you judging your product? You know what I mean? Your service. How good is your customer service? Do people want to work with you? Are you likable? Are you? You know what I'm saying? Record 5 new videos this week. For me, right? Y'all will probably be like, "Oh, that's easy for you, bro. That's what you do." I got to get out of my own way with that. I'm in a position now where I told myself this year. No, I'm not even gonna say this year. Maybe about 3 months ago, I vowed that I would stop working in my business and work on my business. Right. So what that means is being the CEO of my business. You know what I'm saying? My business. Is very, very important to me because that way I'm forced to delegate those 5 new videos this week, which, can be difficult, but it's feasible. You got Fiverr, you got Upwork, you got I had interns, and you have these tools that make it easier. Nonetheless, either way, you're gonna have to delegate time or you're gonna have to delegate some resources toward it. Um, Either way, you're gonna have to delegate something. But at the end of the day, putting out 5 new videos a week is definitely going to give you some level of traction that can help your business grow. DM 10 new potential clients or collaborations, partnerships, even if it's not a sale. If you see somebody that you want to work with, reach out. Hey, nice suit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I heard you speak at the da da da. That you did great. Kind of, a little icebreaker. Or like me, I go into the juggler. Look, I saw you viewed my profile. What's up? It's like, nah. I saw you viewed my profile. How can we do business? In so many words. You have too many AI tools that can give you a sharp copy to send out. Make it nice and brief. People don't like to read stuff these days. And get right to the point. Hey, I believe that my service can help grow your business. Let's talk. Let's jump on the calendar. I have some time available Thursday at 11 o'clock. Can I pencil you in? And then you rinse and repeat, man. Copy and paste that to about 10 people, 10 new people. You do that each day, the algorithm or the sales cycle, it says like at 10%, 10 each day, times 5, 10 times 50. So you might get 5 new clients potentially. Get some fallout in there, 3 new clients a week. Just by simple 10 DMs a day. Relearn a skill that you used to be sharp at. Relearn a skill that used to be sharp. A skill that you used to be sharp. Yeah, relearn something, learn something. Essentially is what's going on. You're never too old to learn. You're never too old to sharpen your own skills. If you're a speaker, look up some speaker exercise. Listen to some OG speakers that have been killing the game for years and decades. For me, is videography. When I do look at movies, I look at the framing. I look at what type of shots they're using. I try to guess the lens millimeter. I love drone shots. Actually, that's on my list. I just had a great call with some gentlemen yesterday, where we're looking to establish a drone, teaching drone to be a drone pilot. You get the certification in the whole nine, and they also want to add the video production workshop that I teach. into that curriculum. But I told the gentleman, I was like, yeah, I want to learn how to fly drones. I lost 2 drones, over $300 worth of drones I done lost up in the air, man. Never come back. And that was because I didn't learn it. I got a little arrogant. I'm a tech savvy person, and I thought, hey, I could fly this drone without any tutorials or nothing. Fly, land, blah, boop, bip. Man, a big gust of wind came and took that little cheap drone. I never saw that thing again. So yeah. What seeds are you watering right now? What are you waiting for right now in your business? Like what? There's a project, man. I got, my fingers is crossed. I'm making dua. I'm thinking of a project that I pitched back in April. And inshallah, very soon that's gonna come to fruition. So it's the prompt here is are you actually preparing for it to show up? So if you have this dream or this whale of a deal, big shout out to my man DJ. Say, Daniel, man, you always have to have a whale deal in your pipeline, man. Something that if you close that thing, man, it's generational wealth. That's how you talk to, man. Oh man, DJ. Big shout out. One of the illest hustlers, legal hustlers I know. He sells smart rooms. But anyway, I got to get him on here, one of my next shows. But nonetheless, just check in on that deal. Prepare for it to happen. What will your life look like if that deal went through, or that project, or you got into Walmart or wherever one? What is that? What is your ideal dream for your business, your brand, and you? What is that? Start visualizing that. Write it out. How you want to, when that money comes in or it closes or whatever, what are you going to do next? Start visualizing that. Let it come to fruition. In the comments, man, please share with me your goal, your dream. Maybe there's something I could do to help bring it to fruition. I can create some content for you, and give you that visibility so you can see it and watch it every day, and that will that can prompt you to getting closer to that dream. Man, to close out, man, you don't need results to be consistent. You need discipline and belief. Let me say that again. You don't need results to be consistent. You need discipline and belief. Faith, unwavering faith. That's something my mother had, and that's something that each days are harder than others. But when I'm at my peak, my confidence is soaring. My confidence is soaring. You know what I'm saying? And can't be stopped. So that's my takeaway. From this conversation on patience. Active patience, doing the work while you wait. You got to do the work. Listen, if you subscribe to my channel, shoot me a comment that you subscribe, and I'll send you my ebook, How to Shoot Pro Video with Your Smartphone. It's a short ebook, about almost 40 pages, but I go into the nuances of how to create high-level content with your smartphone, whether it's an Android or if it's a, what do you call them? iPhone, ePhone, whatever the case. I'm pro Android, you heard? Let's go Samsung. But anyway, either one that you have, I can help you shoot high level content, so you could pop them collars, you know what I mean? Clear. The number one tip I'm gonna always say to you, clean your daggone lens. Clean that thing. You handling this phone like it's a phone all day and not a high power camera. So clean your lens. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and you can unlock the ebook. I'll send it right over to you, man. You know what I mean? That's all, man. It's your boy D Fitch. I'm signing off. Thank you for tuning in. I love you. Once again, peace to the kings and the queens, the haters and the supporters. I'm out. Peace.